Hi there, Carl Gross from Tenon here. Going to do a quick video on handling the CSV output from Tenon. Recently, I had a customer say, "Carl, there's a lot of information in the CSV that comes from the project issues download, and we don't really need all that information." So they wanted to know how to handle it. And actually, the easiest way to handle this is not within Tenon, but within a feature in Excel. So follow me along. Follow along with me, and I am going to talk through how to do this. First thing, of course, I need to do is I need to sign in. So I'm going to sign in, and then when I sign in, I'm taken to my dashboard. Where we're going to go now is over in the main navigation where it says Projects. The projects have, each project is given a card here on the dashboard, and that is going to be where we're going to go to do the activity of downloading our issues. So each project has a card. It gives us a bunch of information. Buttons on the left, the one we're looking for, buttons on the bottom. What we're looking for is the one on the right of the card that says download issues as CSV. So I'm going to download this CSV file. It takes a while to download these, and it may take some time if you do have a lot of issues. So I'm going to download here to my desktop real quick, and I'm going to give this a sensible name like Tenon issue export example. Now it's going to come down as a CSV file, so one of the first things we want to do is open that up in Excel. I'm going to fire that up here, and I'm going to save it as an Excel file, because what we're going to do is we are going to create macros, create a macro rather. So I'm going to went over to the File Save As menu here in Excel. I'm going to choose Excel Workbook. Hit Save on that. Now in this particular case, we only want a handful of these things. We're going to do make some additional changes. So we only need a handful of fields. I'm going to move this over to my other monitor so it's easier to follow here. And then I'm just going to increase the size of this so we can focus on it. So a couple of things here that we're going to do. We're going to go to Tools, Macro, Record New Macro. Now we're going to give this a macro name, something like filter Tenon issues. How's that? How about filter Tenon issue columns? That might even be better. Store macro in. And we're going to say personal macro workbook here. We want to give it a shortcut key if that's useful to you. I'm going to use T for that, so Control Shift and T. And then my description will be delete irrelevant columns from Tenon issues and fix encoded HTML entities. So in this particular case, we have a series of columns that we don't want, and I'm just going to go through here and I'm going to delete them. We don't want issue ID, don't want test ID, don't want best practice ID. We do want date added. We don't want response ID. We don't want document ID. We do want the URL tested. We do want the project name. We do want certainty priority. Line and column number columns, they can go away. Issue title, issue description, error snippet, we definitely want those. Do away with issue signature, viewport location, XPath standards, and references we do want as well. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to do a find and replace. See these, what happened is in Excel, it converted the left angle bracket and right angle bracket within the error snippet as HTML entity values. We definitely want to convert that back. So find and replace. So I'm going to do NLT semicolon and replace that with the actual character. Replace all on that. Yes, so that's because I had that selected. I'll do that again. Find, replace all. There we go. It said we made 14,000 replacements. I need to do the same thing here for the GT, which stands for greater than, and GT, and of course I need to replace that with the greater than sign. Replace those. There we go. There we go. Close. Now we're going to go back to Tools and back to Macro and then stop recording. So that's it. Now let's verify that it has actually done what we believe it should do. I'm actually going to close out of this. Do you want to save your changes? Save. There we go. I want to reopen the CSV file. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to save that again. Save as Tenon issue report example 2. And that way we have our proof that this actually works. Hit save. Now I'm going to go back up to Tools, back to Macro, and then choose the Macros thing. And that is going to be listed here under my macro names. And as we can see here, I'm going to hit run. All those columns have been filtered out and the HTML entities have been fixed to appear properly. So that's really it. That's the easiest way to handle this data when you're going to be doing it a lot. And I hope that helps. Bye.